Anyway, as you can see, here's the thumbnail for the Minecraft vid. Of course, it's not good. It's just average. I can't really show it there because it's a goddamn Minecraft thumbnail and my video is crap anyway. So I mean, it looks good anyway. So yeah. Here's what I've been working on, and let me see just what I will be working on for this separate video. Screw it, I'm just gonna work on it right now. Ninja Comic, for example, which is this. This is the comic cover for the prototype. I will not go into too many spoilers. Tablet's weird right now. I will not go into too many spoilers about it, but it's a sci-fi comic, obviously. I'll do many interesting things with it. All I have to say is it's not. I don't know how to say it, but it's not a very suspicion on. Not suspicion on anything political, cultural war identified, which is I do not want to be a part of that because it is annoying. And being a part of it is time consuming and is not a very good way to go, especially as a content creator, because no one gives a damn about your political standings. Anyone who does isn't really a fan of your channel in the first place. Because no one, if one wants a political discussion, they could go to a political channel. They do not have to go to a channel completely unrelated to politics. And tell them about the political opinion as a way to judge them, which is pretty much unfair. Because I feel that politics isn't a way to go to meet people. I mean, I don't really want to take. I'm not a fence sitter, but there are many opinions on this platform that will get you suspended or banned. And this is my main channel, so I'll not go too in depth, but if one asks, I'll give them an answer of my best ability. Because, I mean, it really depends on how this goes. Because I feel as though my channel is not. I mean, it's not good to be pessimistic, but still, it's best to be realistic. Because, you know, the reason I've started uploading now at all times instead of years ago is because, well, I didn't feel as confident as I do now, and I have many inspirations on fellow people who have started. And it's not really one specific YouTuber I got inspired off of. It's many, and listing them would be a pain in the ass, or listing one of them would be giving them too much credit, which I do not like, because in the end, this is my choice. to be here uploading. Not someone else's. But yeah, here I am. Like I said, I'm drawing the prototype cover to my comic. And it's weird to think about, but back in the day, something like this wouldn't have happened. Most comic artists either, they didn't have cheap mics to record themselves, and obviously this is a heavily focused hobby, not hobby, so make a living off it, which is what I'm planning on doing. Hopefully it works out, but as many say, be realistic. And like I said in the last video, the Minecraft vid, I am mainly an artist. I'm not really a YouTuber. Well, I am a YouTuber. It's not my main income, really. I mean, it's just one of the possible incomes. Because from my research, if I become popular on one platform, they will look into the other platforms you're on. In this case, my YouTube channel. And it's an odd thing, really. Because I never really imagined that. Well, I always had the passion for drawing, but I didn't have much of a goal. I imagined I'd just be working at McDonald's, maybe, getting income there, but obviously now that is not the case, because many McDonald's workers, I mean, this is a unrelated discussion, but many McDonald's workers just work there because it's either temporary or they have no other choice, unfortunately. And me, being the lucky bastard I am, I'm lucky to have good parents, because a good number of parents just straight up kick their kids out on the street the moment they turn 18 and don't have an income job. Luckily, my parents aren't those type of people. Otherwise, I'd be on the street right now, not making video, not making anything. Probably be a meth head or something, which is pretty morbid, because in the timeline separate from this one, I am that, and possibly not alive, because I'm in Georgia, of all states. So yeah. Anyway, something else more of it, my comic, and more about Wormtide. Wormtide was started in 2020 during the pandemic. Y'all know, people have suffered through it, as obviously everyone changed. The indie stuff started popping off. Just mentioning the names makes me cringe for some reason. So, because it's not that I hate it, it's just that this isn't really a critique video. If I want to critique it, it would be its own video. I don't really feel that a random video such as this is one to express my opinion on stuff unless question pops up on where my thoughts on this or that, in which I'll give an honest answer if I've heard of it or watched it, which I haven't rest of this indie stuff because, to be honest, I dropped off watching indie stuff back in honestly, I don't even know, back in 2020 when the pandemic started, ironically. When me and Ace started our studio. And as I said before in the Minecraft video, many others probably haven't watched it, but it's basically a standalone video, so you don't have to watch it. Anyway, once I started off, not as a studio, but more so just a war server for our comics, if it ever popped off. And that is titled Funo. F-U-N-O. Or N0, I don't know, forgot. Basically, it was a mecha comic detailing the horrors of war and all that, providing an interesting take on the mecha genre, generic shit like that. We obviously didn't know what the hell we were doing, so we obviously gave up on it. And we didn't want to admit that we gave up on it, so we just kept trying to make it happen, and it didn't. Of course, it probably could have happened, but should it have? Is the question. Which there was no hopes really for it to carry on, because it's more so a motivation thing. Because you have to have motivation for your comic to ever come out. It's not, because all the people are too focused on money, budget, concerns, and for shit like animation, of course, because it takes a lot more effort, knowledge. You have to time your shit, etc. Same with comics, but it's a different deal because paneling, all that, it's not in motion, so you have to give a sense of motion. And this is coming from a person who basically has no... I'm basically self-taught entirely. I have not gone to a single art class in high school, externally, nothing. I'm basically completely independent. And I had the original intention of going to SCAD, Savannah College of Arts and Design, because, it's an art college, so, this makes the most sense. And, realism set in, and I discovered that SCAD was fucking expensive. And it was basically like Caltech, or Cal Arts, California Art, whatever you call it. I never looked into it. I know that most Western industry artists come from there, as animators do. It's tough to say, really. Yeah, my parents, I forgot the discussion, but they shifted me from SCAD to another college they told me to pick, well, I'm not going to say it because it's my hometown, so all I'll say is it's basically like, it's not Georgia Tech. I live close by it, but yeah, that's all I'll say. I live close by it, and it's really cheap and fast to get there, which is, yeah, it's the common sense option. And my original plan was to go into architectural design. Originally, I went to another college. I had no idea why I went to it, so I canceled that. I had an awkward phone call with the, what do you call it, the counselor from. So I had to cancel both of that and block. I had another college for some reason, and they started emailing me constantly, telling them to apply there. So I blocked them instead of just canceling because I don't know, and want another awkward phone call, obviously. So I just simply blocked them and waited till they, well, they got the message. I blocked them, so they took that as a no. Hopefully, if they actually looked at it. But yet now, I am currently in this college in computer science, cybersecurity, more specifically, and obviously not a bad degree. The problem is I'm not moving enough, and I'm pretty determined to focus on my art for the time being. And my parents, they're not adamant on it because it's my choice in the end, but they want me to do something. And I'm not sure if this counts because, well, I'm not making any revenue, like at all, obviously, so I'm just leeching off them, which I didn't want to do for the rest of my life. Obviously, I want to do something. I want to make art, make videos, etc. Maybe animate my shit, get in the industry, change it for the better. That's what my plan is. And this is the first step, I believe, which is to, well, make a comic, stay on it, post on Twitter, etc. Right now, I'm mostly active. Well, I'm only active on Twitter. I'm in a Discord server. That is one site. I'm guessing I'll just put a link in the description if any of you want to join. If you're a fellow artist who wants to share this stuff, I guess, which I'm fine with. This video is not really about anything. It's just me talking about random stuff. As I said, I'll likely make a stream on it eventually because I think I'll do better in streams because I'll be able to talk to people. Actually, because over the past 4 years, I've been talking to the same exact people over and over, and it gets isolating. Talking to the same people, talking to the same family members that you don't like, and it's not that I hate them. It's just that like they are. It's hard to say, really. It's hard to describe. It's just that we aren't similar in the slightest. I'm not interested in that. I mean, obviously, I love them. They're obviously family, so I care for them. I don't know any of them except for my grandma, and I go over to her house occasionally so she can see me, and that's about it. And obviously, I do go because I mean, it's the right thing to do to your grandma. She wants to see you. You go there, say hi. Which is why I wish I had a goddamn car. already, because I could just say hi, then go. I don't have to wait for my brother to drive me. Like I'm still some 12-year-old. And my family are either too old or too young. And like even the ones that's close to the same age as me, so like 2 more years younger, and I basically grew up with her. And we basically cut contacts. Like I don't even know how long ago. And she basically treats me like I never even existed. She remembers me, and that's about it. And the only time she's mentioned is when my mom mentions her to help me with my homework, which is, it's not degrading, it's just annoying. Because, like, I have the internet like at my fingertips. Of course, it's about me having motivation to do it. And I can't procrastinate, I have to focus on it. The point is that I do not have the motivation for it. I want to draw, I do not have the effort. Well, not the effort, just I need to see where this goes, really. And it's not like I'm not one of those gap year idiots who don't have a plan, who say they have a plan but don't engage with it. Like one of those idiots, you say it. Oh, you're one of those gap year people. Nothing's wrong with not having a plan, but if you don't have a plan, that plan, so-called plan, in gap year turns into a gap decade, and you're still not doing anything, then, like, what's the point? Just go get a job, help your parents with the rent, etc. And it's not that I'm afraid of work. Like, if anything, I'm perfectly fine with it, but I need more time. Not more time to just think over, because I'm in that stage of actually doing something. And hopefully it gets somewhere. But if it doesn't get anywhere, and this is all for nothing, then yeah, I'll just get a job, I'll get work at Amazon, I'll become depressed like all others, and I go on Twitter, I become even more depressing all the artists who somehow succeeded, and they post the most mid-tier cartoon idea that gets funded with like $1 million and gets picked up by a goddamn studio, a major studio. It's animated, flops, doesn't get a season 2, or somehow does get a season 2. And I'm just wondering how the hell did they succeed and I didn't, and it'll get worse from there. Like, people say, oh, someone had worse than you, and that's the most stupid thing that you could say to someone. Because you're obviously not trying to undermine them, but you're trying to have them see the bright side, but like you haven't lived their lives. Like not everyone has the mental state. People who are born into shit places were born into, they have to deal with it. And it's sad, but it's different for all people. You can't really compare a shit situation to another situation just because a person isn't born in a shithole having to survive day by day doesn't mean, oh, you're born in America, you have all these chances. Like, no, we don't. We don't have all these chances. No one does. Like, just as in your country, only 1% of them succeeds, or everyone succeeds somehow. Like I don't know. Like, people are weird about saying only America has this, but not their country, and they don't even talk about their own country that much. And it's ironic when their country turns out to be the shithole that is even worse than America, actually. And I'm not even trying to overrate America here. I'm just saying that like every country has its own problems. America has a lot of problems, like a lot. Like if I get injured, I'll basically put my entire family into poverty. I mean, well, I don't know. I think my family is fine. I think I don't know. It's best I don't find out anyway, because the economy crashed right now, and I mean I don't care about the economy. It's not even my problem because I'm basically a NEET. A NEET. I don't know how you pronounce it. NEET. A NEET. Which is basically, I'm pretty sure most of you know what that is. But anyway, yeah, it's basically living with your parents, leeching off them, playing video games, depressed as hell, and I don't know what to say.